one in store, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Miami Dolphins.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Second and 9 now. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and they get it to him again. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
A carry here for Trevion Henderson.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, these two teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. Now a 2nd and 10. To the air, May.
Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
A 5-receiver set, trying to find something on 3rd and 10. Here's May.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
The Patriots send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. They'll call that a punt at 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone tries.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jalen Waddle
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Next the score, Dolphins 7, Patriots nothing.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
When you look at this defense,
they enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And stopping the run That's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt.
This is taken at the 15.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. Goes down. It's a Patriot sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Room to maneuver at the 35. And down to the 27-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
27-yard line.
May going to give it to Henderson.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Trevion Henderson with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from drawing level.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as they used to be, huh?
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
That was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a second down and 4. May looking to run.
And he's got his big tight end here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. To throw, it's May.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterback. Want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Dolphins 7.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now.
He's got a man, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, a give to Henderson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
On play action, May. Now he'll tuck this and run.
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Henderson is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
A gain of 3, second down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Let's go.
They'll run for it with Achane.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play. And he does and delivers a first down.
And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The Dolphins at 5-9 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
2nd and 11. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Throwing here is May.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, May with it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
1st and 10.
And they go play action with May.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Well, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Walker. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yes, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field. Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
4th and short, and in this part of the field, you just notice special teams coordinators rallying the team, saying, watch the fake for Brandon. Don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it, and they were ready for it and stopped it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
They'll throw with May.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Murphy. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Looking to throw. May.
Throw left side complete. That's Murphy. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Back to throw again.
May looking to run.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Drake May.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Patriots are able to add on to their first half lead.
The Patriots will line up for a 2-point conversion.
May going to try to throw for it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
That's caught. And he's got it. So they try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they try.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
And the Pats will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here we go, Sonat. Ready, what's that? Crazy, crazy, crazy.
They'll throw now on the final play.
And that's too tall for his receiver. It's incomplete.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, Sonat.
In motion, the tight end. Back to throw now on first down.
May looking to run.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Yes, sir. Hey, what's that?
Straight ahead, Henderson.
Room here to run.
Down the left sideline.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Patriots, first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Henderson will take this one in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Now a play fake here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Down the left sideline. He may go.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to claw one back.
We were just saying off-air during halftime, could they mount a comeback, and how would it start? Well, it started in a hurry.
Yeah, they have to get back into the game, right? So if you're going to do that, you think to yourself, we need points right here on the opening drive. But even in their best game plan, did they expect it to be a one-play drive and put the points on the board? Probably not.
No, probably not, but they got it in a big way. They'll look to throw. It's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
Dolphins 15. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Play action. May. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Inside the 20. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
One more time with Achane.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Third and goal.
Back of the end zone. Can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Now a toss left side with Henderson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
To the air, May. They set up the screen for Henderson.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
May looking to run.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
They go play action now. May.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Here's May.
And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 87 yards.
And the Dolphins get a bit closer.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2 2-point tries and see what the data tells us? Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing in that situation.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Up the middle, it's Henderson. And he's able to plow forward to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Here goes throw. Hey, what's up?
They'll set up a throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. This has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Let's go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is fielded at the 27. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. From the gun, it's made. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports.
We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's May.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To throw, it's May.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll look to throw again.
May looking to run.
This is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Pats look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Dolphins 24.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense is really struggled.
Odafe Owe in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
At the 21-yard line.
2nd and long. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go, sack. 60 time, 80.
He'll drop to throw. A little juke. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they can run ragged throughout.
And he's got this down to the 35. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
This game well in hand. Perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
New England on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be third and forever. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge to stop.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Patriots will get a new set of downs.
And the Patriots first down.
Now Goff.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And it's a fumble.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
To throw now, here's Sanders. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Adafe Owe in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. A tone setter on defense. They pick off the first pass. I had to look down, but yeah, no interceptions last week, so they made up for lost time.
Boy, did they ever. And when you pick off the first pass of the game, you talk about a tone setter. Now your whole entire defense is thinking, okay, when do we get our next one?
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, but he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Sanders to throw.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down.
Come on, set, 19 tight, 70 line.
Sanders. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Milton Williams. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he fields it cleanly. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
A loss of 14 on the play. It's 2nd down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Under pressure, they got him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. They'll empty out the backfield and ready for a 3rd and long. They'll throw with May. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Tyrell Dodson in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was.
Do you have the time?